Pro wrestling. Wrestling the way it was meant to be.
So, this is for the Boston Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. The challenger from Heaton, Alberta, Kannon. And now, the current Boston Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion from Sherwood Park, Alberta, the mighty KC.
Okay, so this match is going to be for all the marbles. This is the main event, the heavyweight championship. Mighty KC against Blake Kannon. Bob Dugnut, what are your thoughts on this upcoming match?
Well, this is going to be a heck of a match. You know, we have Blake Kannon, the challenger. He's been here before. He's been a champion before, and he's riding high off of his recent victory at the Wildboyz Cup. He knows exactly what he has to do. But don't sleep on Casey either. You know, he won this championship by being one of the best overall athletes here in MPW. It's going to be one for the ages, I'll tell you, Quinn.
I definitely agree. This is a rematch. Mighty Casey won the championship off of Blake, and they've faced each other many, many times. So this is Blake's chance to try to get some redemption. And you know, I've been talking to Blake, and his attitude has changed. You know, Blake's a funny character. For a long time, I mean, he had no time of day for me, and then the other day, out of the blue, him and I are talking. And so, you know, I don't really know if it's a game he's playing. I don't really know, or if his attitude has changed. But I'm liking him. He's got a new color scheme. That beautiful green leather jacket. I love it when he comes to the ring in that. So I'm really curious to see where Blake goes with all this. I'm liking what I hear from Blake, but he's still a tough competitor.
Well, it was definitely an attitude shift when he lost the heavyweight championship to Mighty Casey in the first place. Some might call it a slice of humble pie. You know, I like you, I don't have the strongest relationship with Blake because of how he's conducted himself in the past, but something seems different about him. seems to have a little bit more maturity, a little bit more respect, a little bit more perspective on what it takes to be successful in MPW. And, you know, he's been putting it to good use. Hard-fought win in the Leobert Cup. We'll see if we can continue this momentum here.
Absolutely. Well, so far, Mighty Casey's got this match firmly under control. Blake Kannon reeling a little bit, but you know that Blake's going to get his shots in at some point, and being the big man that he is, when Blake hits you, you know you've been hit. So, Mighty Casey setting up to do the 10 punches in the corner, being warned by the ref.
Mighty Casey's going to have to keep up the tempo on Blake. Blake likes to wrestle a very slow, very methodical match.
No doubt about it, and I think that's, you know, when Mighty Casey finally got the win and won the championship, I think that's how he did it, is he spent enough time challenging Blake that he finally learned that the way to beat the big man is to keep the tempo going, keep things fast. What do we got here? Mighty Casey on the outside, Blake with the low drop kick. So you can see that, you know, Blake's definitely got a better attitude, but he is still a very aggressive wrestler.
Very fierce competitor, and you know, he knows exactly what to do on the outside to slow that match down, slow his opponent down, make it very difficult for him to continue. That is exactly where Blake wants to be.
But you know, I think I've seen the fans responding to the new Blake, right? I mean, when Blake comes out now, he's slapping backs and he's kissing babies, and you know, whereas before he was slapping the babies, and it's nice to see that that's changed.
Well, I wouldn't mistake that for going soft, though. Those were some pretty hellacious shots on the outside. We'll see what Casey has left in the tank.
Mighty Casey on the canvas, reeling, barely getting to his feet. Blake Kannon setting up in the fireman's carry, a number of moves he could execute from there, but no, Mighty Casey turns that around.
Fights into a waist lock. Those are some big elbows to the temple there.
And that's, you know, one of those things Mighty Casey better watch out. If he could just keep his head on the other side, he might not catch those elbows. But like with everything with wrestling, any move that you do, there's always a counter to it, as we're seeing right now.
Casey gets the leg in there, block that suplex attempt.
Oh, trying to pick the big man up for a scoop and a slam. This is a little bit, maybe not be the best time to be doing that.
Gets him up for the backdrop just fine, though.
That's impressive. That is very impressive.
Great show of power from Casey.
And, you know, Blake is the big man in this match, no doubt about it, but Mighty Casey is no slouch himself. He stands in there with the biggest, toughest competitors that there are.
Each competitor's size had a big part in them winning their championships and maintaining their championships over the course of their reign.
Mighty Casey taking control of this match again. Blake Kannon on the canvas. And again, same idea applies. If you can keep your opponent on the canvas, then you take away some of that size advantage that Blake has.
Casey seems to be content with a slower tempo here. I'm not sure if that's a good move. As I said before, that is Blake's wheelhouse.
Very much so. This could be a mistake by Mighty Casey. That could ultimately cost him. But look at that suplex.
The power right up over his head.
Blake Kannon kicking out on this one. Mighty Casey, of course, a fan favorite, has been for a long time, gets the fans fired up.
He feeds off of it.
He really does.
Let's see what he has in store for Blake.
He's waiting for Blake to get up.
Maybe waited too long. Barely affords the pinfall in the schoolboy there.
Casey with the DDT.
Big DDT.
You know, the DDT is a funny move. You know, legendary Jake the Snake Roberts being the inventor and perfecter of the DDT when he did it, he really was able to use an opponent's size against them. That really, the bigger you were, the more severe the DDT was. And no one seems to ever really be able to have that perfect DDT like the legendary Jake the Snake did.
No, he would plant people right on the top of their skull, and you feel that in your head, your neck, all the way down your spine. Sometimes you can't even get up after.
So, Blake.
Big boot by Blake. That might be the opening he needs, and a sling blade.
Wow, and that is always the thing that amazes me with Blake, is that he's not just a power wrestler, he can execute those big athletic moves, and he's really, he in some ways is the full package.
Many opponents underestimated Blake's athleticism when he was heavyweight champion here at MPW, and that's why he was able to hang on to it for so long. So many people wrote him off. So many people didn't pay any attention to the athleticism, and they paid the price. And Casey might hear too if he's not careful.
Blake Kannon firmly in control. Mighty Casey on the canvas. Still a long ways to go in this match.
I think he did some damage to that back, though.
Kind of in the kidney area, too, if I'm not mistaken.
There are a lot of things that can get hurt in that general area, and I think Casey's feeling a lot of them right now.
Blake Kannon looking to slow down the pace. He's got on a sitting abdominal stretch.
Makes it very hard to catch your breath, very hard to breathe. It's not even necessarily his intention to get Casey to tap out here, but just to wear him down.
And he's doing a good job of it. Mighty Casey struggling. You hear the referee asking Mighty Casey. I don't think you'll see Mighty Casey give up or tap out in this situation, but how's he going to get free? Again, there is a way, but how do you do it?
And what is he going to have left in the tank when he gets out?
That's absolutely right. So he's fighting his way out right now, looking like he's trying to get things back in his favor.
Misses the scissor kick, though.
And Blake with a big suplex of his own.
Big suplex back to that back of Casey.
So Mighty Blake Kannon, the pride of Hinton, Alberta, staying in control of this match, looking to put it away. Look at that. That was close. That was very close. That was within inches of a 3 count.
There's no quitting Mighty Casey, but you have to wonder what he has left. That back seems to be bothering him. He hasn't rolled back onto his back since.
So Blake Kannon starting to feel some frustration, but this is where I'm seeing some of the differences in Blake. Where he used to argue with the referee, where he used to take his frustrations out on the referee, he's now turning that and channeling that to his opponent. But look at this, toe-to-toe, both competitors exchanging blows. Mighty Casey doing what he can to turn this around.
Big ripcord lariat there.
Well, that's the way to do it. Mighty Casey. Now can he get some sustained momentum? That's the big thing. He's turned things around a couple of times, but he's really got to get some sustained momentum. Duck under by and a double clothesline. So not really, no one, this really is in the balance right now.
This has been the story of the match so far. The instant somebody gets momentum, the other one finds a counter. Two extremely good wrestlers who know each other very well. You're not going to get anything for free. You're going to have to work awfully hard to get a leg up on anybody here.
So, Mighty Casey looks like he might be getting to his feet a little bit quicker, although he's stumbling.
Yep, Blake's not far behind.
Both of them needing the ropes to get to their feet. Mighty Casey setting something up here. Clothesline. He's got the big man reeling, but cannot get him off his feet.
Got him hooked for a fisherman suplex. But can't get it.
Blake Kannon counters it, turns it around. Big right hook. Mighty Casey, though, does not let Blake get much opportunity.
Big scissor kick by Casey.
Okay, can he get the pin?
No.
No, Blake Kannon with the kick out. Both men reeling. Sorry there, Bob Dugnut.
That's quite all right. I was just about to say, Casey's put away a lot of opponents with that scissor kick. It's not going to be enough for an experienced wrestler like Blake Kannon.
So, right now, Mighty Casey has the advantage. A little bit of an advantage. He's had the advantage for a couple of minutes now. Can he set up something big? Because he's got to do something real big. And we saw that when he won, that he finally was able to execute something big enough, consistently enough, to get the pin that he needed. He's going to have to come up with something similar again tonight against the big man.
Imploring the crowd for strength. As I said before, he loves to feed off of that audience.
Roundhouse kick that did not connect.
A couple big blows by Blake, and another one.
Wow, what a chop. And you know you've been chopped when the big man hits you. That almost looked like it was going to be a double clothesline, but Blake turned that into a clothesline for him. Now a back elbow. So far, choke slam. Blake Kannon taking control.
Big choke slam, just plants him flat on that back. And the senton is not going to help matters for Mighty Casey.
Blake Kannon looking to put away the man with the pin here, putting away Mighty Casey, but no, kick out by Mighty Casey. This match, you know, the fans are really getting their money's worth in this match. This is an exciting match. Who knows who can put this away?
It is everything a heavyweight title match should be. It's back, it's forth. The audience is definitely getting their money's worth tonight. Casey gets that kick to the head. Looks like it staggered Blake.
But neither of them able to really sustain much momentum at this stage of the match. Both of them, look how tired they both are. This is really a war of attrition between these two. Who can outlast the other? Who's got just a little bit bigger gas tank than the other?
I'll tell you what, if Blake had a full tank of gas, that kick to the chin of Casey probably would have ended the match then and there. Just doesn't have all of it on. They're exhausted. It's going to be a war of attrition. It's going to be who wants it. Big Michinoku driver by Casey.
Okay, so Mighty Casey pointing to the crowd that he wants to go upstairs. We've seen Mighty Casey do some high flying before. This is just the kind of thing. But oh, Blake Kannon! Oh, what a smart move by the veteran.
Knocks him off the top rope.
So Mighty Casey still stuck up there on the top turnbuckle. Blake Kannon,
he's got him.
Fireman's carry. What can he turn this into? No. Again, Mighty Casey turned it around.
Not all the way though.
Wow. Blake Kannon.
Just the power. Didn't get the fall, but you have to wonder about the condition of Casey's back at this point. He's been dropped on it repeatedly over this match.
Two normal human beings would not be able to take this. These athletes, they can do what a normal human being cannot do. This is what makes Monster Pro Wrestling so amazing, is the talent level of these wrestlers. This is what it's all about, and you too could become the next Monster Pro Wrestling champion if you show up. Monster Pro Wrestling is always looking for new talent, and you could someday be in the ring with Mighty Casey or Blake Kannon. But why on earth would you want to be in there with either of them? Because they're tough competitors.
I like my spine just the way it is. Thank you very much, Quinn. I will stay on this side of the commentary desk.
Oh, look at that! The scoop and the slam! Unbelievable! Look at the power!
He got the big man up. He's been trying for that all match. He finally got it.
Okay, this really might be it now. If he can get this, he tried going up. He's a little bit quicker on his feet now. Mighty Casey, here he goes. He is up on the top. There it It is?
Big elbow from the
Is
top
this
right.
it? There you go. Mighty Casey with the win.
High risk, high reward win. It's always dangerous going up to that top rope, but he got that big elbow. That was just too much for Blake.
Okay, Mighty Casey with the win. Still heavyweight champion. Blake Kannon. Wow, that was a match for the ages. That really was. If there was a match, you know, like if you only see one match, that's the one to see. So, Mighty Casey with the belt. Blake Kannon slowly getting to his feet.
It's a tough match, and nobody has anything to be ashamed of, not even Blake Kannon. He left it all in the ring. He's been in this business long enough to know that sometimes you just come up short.
Okay, what's going on here? Blake Kannon is still in the ring. You know, you always have to be careful. These wrestlers, they have sometimes this could be foreboding of something bad. What's Blake up to? Mighty Casey's keeping an eye on him, making sure.
As he should. You know, the old Blake Kannon wouldn't hesitate. Cheap shot after the bell, I will tell you that.
Fans waiting with bated breath.
Seem to be engaged in a pretty serious conversation here. Hopefully this isn't a ploy by Blake Kannon to get Casey with his guard down.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Blake Kannon with some help from the outside in the past. Is he setting something up here? No, he puts out the hand. See, and this is what I'm saying. This is a new Blake Kannon. Ladies and gentlemen, he's becoming a real hero in my books, and that will gain him championships in the hearts of these fans forever and ever.
Blake Kannon has grown up. It's not going to be long at all before we see him into this ring again competing for another championship. He's on the right track.
So the third tag team champions, the Karnevil of Kaos, Jared Decker, practically accompanied by Max Dale.
Okay, Wildboyz coming to the ring. What's going on? Tyler Adams jumping in the ring, getting in the face of Prankster Pete right away. There's bad blood here.
That there is, Quinn. You know, these two teams have been going at each other for a long time. Those belts have been going back and forth. It looks like the Karnevil brought backup with them today. We have Max Mayhem in their corner.
Yeah, well, things are starting off quickly. The bell hasn't even rung. Tyler Adams was ready to go right from point zero. Okay, well, things have settled down. Good. So, for those of you in the viewing audience who maybe aren't aware of this, the Wildboyz and the Karnevil met up in Fort McMurray, and the Karnevil of Kaos won back their titles. And, you know, there's been a little bit of hard feelings between the members of the Wildboyz.
Well, the one thing that the Wildboyz both bring as individuals to their team is intensity. They're competitors. They like to win and they hate losing. That's what's made them successful so far. I don't blame them for being a little bit hot. That being said, there comes a point where you gotta direct that energy at your opponents. You can't let it get in the way, can't let it affect your chemistry.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure that they've totally gotten over it. You know, I talked with both Jake and Tyler Adams, and they were telling me about how, oh yeah, they've gotten through this, and you know, they're buddies and all that stuff. But even at the beginning there, I'm not sure they're on the same page anymore. We'll see. We'll see. This is their chance. This is their rematch. Let's see what they can do.
Prankster Pete seems to be content with his slow pace. Not sure he's overly thrilled with the response from the crowd, though.
Yeah, a little bit of a controversy. You know, I mean, the Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars in the playoffs. Yeah, you know, this is an Edmonton crowd. Hey, you know what? They're gonna love the Oilers. So, Prankster Pete, not quite sure what he has in mind, what he had in mind there. I think, you know, rather than being a hockey fan, he should stick to wrestling.
We're circling up. We might get some wrestling here at some point.
There you go. Both men locking up. Prankster Pete turns that into a headlock. Tyler Adams starting out against Prankster Pete. Wildboyz. Look, oh, what's this? He's pulling the hair. What's going on with Tyler Adams?
He's got to watch that. The last thing he needs is an official on his back, and Jake's letting him know, you've got to stay focused here.
Absolutely, absolutely. You do too much of that, and you will get disqualified, and you cannot get the belts back that way. You've got to pin the champions. So, Tyler Adams and Prankster Pete locking up again. Prankster Pete gets this into control. Tyler Adams looking to turn around, and he does. There you go. Cutting off the ring. This is what the Wildboyz are best at. They can cut off that ring like no other tag team. Getting the double team in.
Jake maintains control, working back to the corner, gets
Beautiful.
the tag.
Well done, Tyler Adams. These are the quick tags that a good tag team develops.
Great double suplex. You can tell that hurt Prankster Pete.
So to start the match, at least, the Wildboyz, Tyler Adams and Jake Woods, definitely showing that they're on the same page in the ring. Prankster Pete decides he wants to retreat and give his buddy Jerry the Jester a chance to go in. Jake Woods deciding he wants to take on Jerry the Jester. Tyler Adams would have preferred to stay in there, a little bit frustrated.
We'll see if that develops into anything. For now, got the two fighting for wrist control up top there.
Nice arm drag.
He gains control of that big old arm from Jerry.
And right on top of him, won't let Jerry get into his corner.
He got the tag for another double team move.
Beautiful.
Great kick to the ribs. If you can't breathe, it's a lot harder to wrestle.
So I've never understood that face painted on Jerry the Jester's stomach. Do you know anything about that, Bob Dugna?
All I know is that he calls it Loco. As with most of the members of the Karnevil of Kaos, I find it best just to not ask questions. They are an eclectic bunch.
Yeah, they kind of live in a world of their own, do they not? That's for sure. Okay, well, Jerry the Jester tried to get a quick pin after a clothesline. Turning things around here, Tyler Adams is struggling a little bit in the center of the ring. Jerry pushing his weight around and taking his opportunity to cut the ring in half.
Big boot by Pete in the corner.
So there's no doubt about it, the Karnevil of Kaos, a very unorthodox wrestling duo, but they do have a championship pedigree of their own. And with Max Payne, you said?
Max Mayhem.
Max Mayhem on the outside of the ring. Oh, Jake Woods falling for the intimidation.
It's the composure. And as the referee gets him back into the corner, the Karnevil of Kaos can do whatever they want behind the referee's back. This is that inexperience showing. This is letting your feelings, your emotions get in the way of the job that you have to do. Jake Woods has to calm down.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Okay, Tyler Adams struggling. The Karnevil of Kaos have turned this into their favor, but Tyler Adams is a powerful young man. He can turn this around quickly himself.
Not if he eats too many more of those clotheslines, though.
Look at the quick tags from the Karnevil of Kaos. Jerry the Jester, Prankster Pete, back and forth.
You know, especially compared to the Wildboyz, the Karnevil of Kaos do not look like the most athletic wrestlers on the MPW roster. But you know what? They're smart, they're crafty, they know how to bend the rules in their favor, so they are always going to be a dangerous tag team.
There's no doubt about it. Well, Tyler Adams, look at that. Look at the power he's showing, trying to get into his corner, trying to get it. Oh, and this ref is distracted. There was a tag right there. Jake Woods going in. Referee did not see it. Jake Woods going to town, but I don't think he's going to get away with this. Referee, oh, it looks like the referee's going to let it, no.
The referee let that go for a long time, but he caught it now.
So, referee Elijah missed the tag. Prankster Pete takes advantage. Tyler Adams reeling in the center of the ring.
Yes, that was a big DDT from Prankster Pete, and Tyler appears to be in a fair amount of distress.
Jake Woods diving in to make the save. You know, you can see the frustration on Jake Woods. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's frustrated. He wants to be in there, wants to help his tag team partner. But right now, there's not much he can do.
And Jerry's back, laying in those big forearms into Tyler Adams' chest.
And this is where Jerry definitely the powerhouse of this duo. And look at that, quick tags again. Prankster Pete getting ready.
A big lumbering spin before the side slam and the headbutt too.
That flying headbutt. Well, they say no brain, no pain, so I guess that's why Prankster Pete can get away with doing so many of those headbutts. Oh, look at that, Tyler Adams, no.
There's that never say die from Tyler Adams. But you have to wonder how much he has left in the tank after those two big moves.
He's definitely been taking a beating here. He's got to get to his corner at some point and get that tag, or this match will be over. This is the Wildboyz' big opportunity to win back their tag team championship after having lost it in Fort McMurray to the Karnevil of Kaos. Clothesline, Tyler Adams reeling. You hear Prankster Pete telling Jerry the Jester to finish him off. We'll see if he can.
Tyler Adams is basically dead weight at this point.
Prankster Pete cheering Jerry the Jester on.
Yep. And Jerry has those big old arms. He's got that choke locked in.
But Tyler Adams fighting back to his feet. That's, you know, he really has the never say die. He really is just, okay, can he turn this around? Oh, double clothesline.
That'll take out both of them.
Jerry the Jester, Tyler Adams, both of them on the canvas. The referee administering a count.
Yep. It's going to be a matter of who makes that tag first, Quinn.
Jake Woods getting the fans fired up, doing everything he can to get Tyler Adams. There you go. Tyler Adams makes the tag. In comes Jake Woods. There's a clothesline. There's another one. Back elbow.
Another. What's he got here? Double leg drop on the back of two very empty heads. It almost puts Prankster Pete away with that.
So, Jake Woods, like a house on fire. What's he got? You know this young man can fly. He flies like an eagle, as they say. What's he got? There you go. Big elbow off the top rope. But Prankster Pete, still with lots of energy.
Makes the tag. Let's see what they have.
Well, I don't know if Jake Woods should have made that tag. Should have maybe let Tyler Adams rest for a little bit.
Big elbow on the backbreaker there.
So, Tyler Adams back in the ring. Now the Wildboyz in control again.
Yep. They're going to have to keep coming because I'll tell you, what Pete Blackson brings, he more than makes up for in toughness.
No doubt about it.
That big clothesline, though. How much more can he take?
Well, that's a great finishing move. And I think he would have had him there, too, had Jerry the Jester not come in and made the save. Okay, all four wrestlers in the ring right now. The referee seems to have lost control.
It's breaking down.
Just back and forth. You see Prankster Pete and Jake Woods trading blows.
Big super kick.
Double super kicks from the Wildboyz. What do they got here? Tyler Adams.
Adams has a plan. And the senton into the barrier.
Wow. Hard to know who got the worst of that.
My goodness. And the referee.
Oh my goodness. Who's that in the ring?
That's Max Mayhem. I knew they brought him out here for something.
No.
Big DDT that the referee missed completely. Oh, he's looking after Tyler Adams, who just took a big tumble to the outside.
And there's Jerry the Jester looking to take advantage of this. Sets up to Jake Woods. What's he got here? Is this going to be a Vader bomb? I think he's setting up for the big Vader bomb.
Oh, go right onto Jake Woods.
And the referee just getting into the ring. Tyler Adams trying to break it up, but Prankster Pete holding him. Oh, this is a travesty. What a travesty of justice. Outside interference wins the match for the Karnevil of Kaos.
Well, credit where credit is due. The awareness of Max Mayhem. Who cares if it's illegal? At the end of the day, the most important thing is hanging on to those belts.
You know, I know that is the philosophy of the Karnevil of Kaos, but I'm a true sportsman, and if you can't win right, it ain't worth it. If you gotta cheat, is it really worth the win? So, Jake Woods, Tyler Adams, the Wildboyz, frustrated in the middle of the ring.
And you can't blame them. You know, it was crafty work by the Karnevil of Kaos. That doesn't mean you have to be happy about it. Tyler Adams does not look like a happy camper.
He does not. No doubt about it. He's trying to help Jake Woods to his feet. Kind of. Jake Woods getting to his feet. Tyler Adams helping him up. Jake rolling out. At this point, Tyler Adams, I don't know, look at the frustration.
Visibly upset, and I think Jake Woods may have given him the cold shoulder there.
You know what? I mean, if I'm Tyler Adams, I don't know. Is he right to blame Jake Woods? Maybe he is.
I don't know. Both of them left everything they had in the ring, and they came up short. That happens in this business.
Was that a match? Or was that a match?
I don't know. We'll have to see how this affects the confidence and the relationship between the Wildboyz.